What is going on, my family? Your boy Demetrius is back, and here we are going to talk about some interesting news that was sent to me on Twitter about Marvel vs. Capcom 4 and a potential rumor that the game could be in development and it could release sometime next year. But before we talk, I will have to say this is Marvel we talking about, so whenever it comes to Marvel, when it comes to games, movies, or whatever, we all got to be very careful on how we view things and what comes out of our mouths when it comes to Marvel, because you know how wishy-washy Marvel is, you know what I'm saying, being owned by Disney, all the shit that Marvel got going on with characters and shit like that. So it's kind of like one of those situations like we really got to proceed with caution when it comes to Marvel. Anything that is associated with Marvel, we have to proceed with caution, and nothing is guaranteed or absolute when it comes to Marvel. That's just how it is in this day and age. So without further ado, we are going to get into the rumors about a Marvel vs. Capcom 4 that could be into the works. Now, of course, Marvel vs. Capcom is one of those franchises that everybody pretty much loves, especially from a casual standpoint, you know what I'm saying? And Marvel Infinite, I will have to sit here and say, Marvel Infinite was one of the worst fighting games in fighting game history. That's just my opinion. The game was trash. It sucked. It didn't have no characters. The story was whack. Capcom just released that shit to make a quick buck, even though they did not make a quick buck off of it. More likely they made like 50 cents off of that motherfucker. But Marvel Infinite was just complete trash. That was just my opinion. And of course, any company, when you make a trash game like that, you want to redeem yourself, and that's the reason why I think that this could possibly be true. Now, when it comes to release date, I don't think it's going to be anytime soon. Probably this is just the idea that was just put out there. A Marvel vs. Capcom 4 would definitely make some fucking sense right now, because like I keep on saying, Marvel Infinite, man, you know what? I bet you if Capcom had the ability to time travel and delete all of that shit, they probably would with Marvel Infinite. So this article was shared to me on Twitter, and then I was reading the article, and there was a lot of interesting things that were in this article. And one of the things that kind of caught my eye was the character selection. Now, it says that there's going to be 21 Capcom characters, 21 Marvel characters. Now, I'm going to be all the way real. I don't care for the Capcom characters, because when it came to Marvel vs. Capcom, I had an all Marvel team. I had a special team put together, a team of Spider-Man, Iceman, and Wolverine, because, Marvel vs. Capcom 2, that was my shit. And that's another reason why we have to proceed with caution when it comes to these Marvel games, because Marvel vs. Capcom 2 Remaster has been rumored for the last 3 years, and we ain't seen shit and ain't heard shit about that from Capcom or Marvel or nothing. So once again, we're gonna have to proceed with caution when it comes to these Marvel rumors, because it really could be absolutely nothing. But the Marvel characters that is posted in this article, now some of these names is kind of interesting. Some of the names are pretty obvious. You got Iron Man, Captain America, of course, Black Panther, Spider-Man, Thor. But the name that really caught my eye here was Daredevil. And we have not seen Daredevil in a Marvel vs. Capcom game ever. So if Marvel vs. Capcom 4 really does end up being a thing and Daredevil is in it, that's an absolute winner right there, because Daredevil is one of my favorite Marvel superheroes. Daredevil needs some shine time. He needs a game really to himself, in some sort. But if they are going to put Daredevil into the game, oh, that's a big win. That's a big A+ right there. So the character selection for Marvel vs. Capcom 4, if this true, for the Marvel characters, is looking pretty good, because you also have X-Men characters in there too. They say you got Wolverine, and of course Wolverine was not a part of Marvel Infinite. None of the X-Men characters which was complete bullshit. That is the reason why Marvel Infinite is one of the worst fighting games in the history of fighting games, I think. How do you put a Marvel game up and not have X-Men characters in it? You feel what I'm saying? So Marvel Infinite was a straight F. It was a straight F in my book. But here you see the X-Men characters here. So if this is true, Capcom is realizing the thousands of mistakes that they made when they brung out Marvel Infinite is to never to make a Marvel game and not to put X-Men characters in it. That was the dumbest thing Capcom has ever done. Now, a lot of people saying that Capcom did not have no control of that. Well, who fucking knows? But a Marvel game without X-Men, that's just the dumbest thing ever. So whoever was in control of that was a complete idiot. So basically here, the only thing we could talk about now is if the game is going to be an actual reality. Like I said before, Marvel vs. Capcom is a staple franchise. You know, they're not going to just stop making Marvel vs. Capcom games. So the game, Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is going to be a reality. They're going to come out with one. The game has been around for almost 25 years. You know, it started from the whole X-Men versus Street Fighter until now. So it's gonna happen. You know, a part 4 gonna happen. It's really just a matter of when. But like I said, I don't think it's anytime soon right now because Capcom is promoting Street Fighter 6 and then you got the Resident Evil 4 remake. So it's probably a long way down the line. Maybe 2025 or some shit like that. They'll probably be like, all right, you know what? Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is on its way or some shit like that. But like right now, I don't see it happening either this year or next year. I just don't see that happening for Marvel vs. Capcom 4. But the reality is gonna come true. They're gonna make it. But like I said, if the idea is anything like what's been posted in this article, I'm all for it, especially with the Marvel cast. You feel what I'm saying? So, you know, they got Wolverine in there. They got Spider-Man in there. There was no mention of Iceman in there, but, you know, I could substitute a third character for my dream team. You feel what I'm saying? Because sometimes, you know, what I did was with Marvel vs. Capcom 2, sometimes what I did was if I didn't want to use one of my dream team members, I would substitute them with Captain America. So I did do that. So it'll probably be like, you know, Wolverine, Spider-Man, maybe Captain America. So I did that a lot. And then on top of that, if they don't put Iceman in the game, I ain't gonna be tripping because like I said, Daredevil is part of this character roster list. So if Iceman's not in the game, Daredevil will definitely be part of my dream team. He will definitely go with Spider-Man, Wolverine, and Daredevil. So that's going to be my dream team if Marvel vs. Capcom 4 becomes a reality and if they don't put Iceman back in the game. So the whole idea is looking pretty good right now. I just wanted to come on here and let people that are interested in Marvel vs. Capcom or whatever to let y'all know that this rumor is out there, a potential rumor. But as I said before, it's Marvel. So don't take it too seriously when it comes to Marvel. So let me know what y'all think. Make sure y'all like, comment, and subscribe for more of this real talk shit. My name is Demetrius. I will get back at y'all in the next video. God bless. Stay safe. I am out. Peace.